All right, party people. I know many of you've already seen this. This is the Doge coin. Some people call it Dowge, some people call it Doji, all kinds of stuff. I'm going to call it Doge. All right. It's just a different way of spelling it. But anyway, long story short, there's some things that happened this evening that I kind of want to point out. This is probably one of my highest conviction plays here. This is my first time in the market, real truly in the actual bull run. Crypto will teach you a lot of stuff in a short amount of time. But anyway, let's get back to the regular scheduled program here. So earlier today, I was watching I was watching this Dogecoin, and man, let me tell you something. I thought things were great. We got up over 80 million. We was up at one point in time. We was up to 87 million people. This is just in a matter of you know a few days, a week, right? Not long at all. I kind of thought, wow, this is simply amazing. Then my heart dropped because I was sitting there. Uh, I was watching. I was watching. I don't know, K-pop Demon Hunters with the kids, and then next thing you know, I saw this red wick. Just man, it just started plummeting, and I actually got a little scared. But then I said, you know what? Hang on a minute. I remember when this happened to another token. If y'all remember this, let me know. It was Brett on base. I think it was somewhere around 60. I think it was around 60 million. You just start seeing Brett dumping. It might have been more than that. I'm not 100% sure. But I saw that the big dump. Well, actually, I didn't see it. Other people were saying, "Oh man, this is a Cabal's coin. It's that, all kinds of things." And next thing you know, people just started dumping the token. It was really crazy. But um, getting back to this, I had a similar feeling, right? Whenever I saw this red candle just drop. I mean, people, we went from, where was it at? It was from 85 million and it dropped all the way down to what? Down to 36 million. And what I'll say is this: if you look at the recovery time, right? This is what you call just, I don't know if you call it a V-shaped recovery because it wasn't really V-shaped. It's up and down, right? Straight up, straight down, straight up. So, long story short, I watched just to see what was going to actually transpire. I didn't dump any tokens or anything of that nature. This is one of those things where this is what you call a real shakeout. And maybe somebody thought that they were going to be able to sell, go ahead and cash out big. It's going to drop down. More people were going to kind of watch this tank and they were going to get back in possibly, or, something to that extent. I don't know, but people's made some crazy gains. Stuff like this may happen, and it's one of those things. Don't get shaken out of your bags, right? If you're like me, you never get into a token early. I didn't get into this early. I did see where Suppo Man had posted like, "Hey, you need to get in this coin." I turned around a couple days later, looked at the token, and it was gone. I mean, it was already running, and I was just like, "Well, I gotta get in wherever I could fit in, right?" And at first, I was thinking, well, if I wait a little bit, I was going to wait for it to pull back. That didn't happen. It just took off and kept on going. I was like, whoa. So I just jumped in where I could fit in, right? It's kind of what we should be doing. But anyway, what I want to say to the community is don't get discouraged, okay? For any of the SPX6900 community, don't laugh at us, right? Because this incident happened. We are all part of the same goal, right? We're all trying to flip the stock markets in some manner, right? Those big boys like S&P 500, the Dow Jones, the Dixie, all these, the NASDAQ, right? This narrative, it just resonated with me. I'm proud of Supple Man and Joe Perry and Crypto Gains, and I'm proud of Murad. I'm proud of what everyone is doing here because I'm one of those guys that I haven't been fortunate. I've been rugged so many times trying to play pump fun because I didn't know what I was doing. There's so many other narratives that I try to play into. I'm late to everything. I didn't even know about Brett until, I don't know, maybe July, probably June, maybe May of last year. So there's lots of things that, you know, I'm late on, and I'm an old timer, right? A lot of us old timers, we wait to see what's going to happen, and that's what I did. And like I said, I've made my mistakes along the way, getting my wallet drained, all kinds of other stuff. But the one thing I will say is that this particular community here is a great community. This community has, I see everybody trying to come together to help push this thing. We've already pushed it further than any token that I've been invested in has gotten. I think that, like I said, everything that you're doing is great. I love what the work that they did on the website. It's clean. It's a lot better website than I think many other tokens are. And this ain't hate. This is just saying, like, I mean, when you look at when you look at this golden three-headed dog, right? Doge. Man, this is awesome. I can't even front, right? This is something that I actually want to have in my man cave, right? So if anybody has anything like this, you plan on having any type of, little action figures and stuff built of this particular three-headed dog, make sure you send me one. I'd love to have it. But it all makes sense. Now, I don't know how to do the symbols and stuff next to my name. Like I said, I'm an old timer, man. Y'all see all this gray and stuff I have. I'm not one of these young pups that know how to do all this stuff. So I'm doing the best I can. And this particular token is one of those tokens that I think everyone should get into. The old timers, you need to get into it. Everybody you could think of should get into this particular token. Invite any and everyone into it. I think that this community is, like I said, one of the best. A lot of what the content that they put out is great content. I love this right here, man. This is God of War. I don't know if any of y'all used to play God of War. I used to play God of War all the time. I just love the image, right? And if you don't know about God of War, maybe you watched 300, right? Maybe you see all the Spartans, right? Because this is Sparta, people. And this is definitely Sparta. The way we're playing this game, a lot of other tokens thought that they were going to be able to come and conquer. Guess what? I think, our two communities actually are three or four communities because, like I said, I want to include everybody in this. I want the SPX6930 to win. I want Dowge to win. I want for DXY to win. I want for the NASDAQ 420. I want for all these tokens to win, right? It just so happens that, I finally picked one that I could get into early enough to, make a few dollars, and this is great. If this token gets to anywhere around a 500 million market cap, then I'm going to do something very special for an individual that I know that is looking for a place to stay and don't have a place of their own, living in their car. And they're very good people, very cool people, and they just need a helping hand. Yeah, I don't even know what else to say. So I'm just going to sign off, and I hope everybody has a good night. Get you some rest. Like I said, don't worry about the FUD that we just experienced. We bounced back. We've done something really good. The communities, they've held. We're back to 75 million. I mean, you can't beat that, people. Going from less than 40 million back to 75 million in a matter of barely an hour. People, this is great. Again, State of Bug, signing off.